Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Madam, and I'm coming back to you once again. And this is from the Associated Press, and it's in the NFL column. It says Mississippi revises demand on Favre in welfare lawsuit. Uh, I'm going to list the article writer and all of the details in the description as I always do. And it says the Mississippi Department of Human Services on Monday changed its demand against retired NFL quarterback Brett Favre in a lawsuit that seeks repayment of misspent welfare money that was intended to help some of the poorest people in the U.S. The department dropped its demand for $1.1 million against Favre, acknowledging he has already repaid the money for an unfulfilled pledge of public speeches, but it made a new demand of up to $5 million against Favre and a university sports foundation, saying money from an anti-poverty program was properly used to pay for a volleyball arena at the University of Southern Mississippi, as they should. It should have never been built with that money in the first place. But, side note, the volleyball facility was a pet project of Favre's, and he pledged to lead fundraising efforts for it. Previous filings in civil lawsuit in the civil lawsuit showed text messages exchanged between Favre and others about directing money to the volleyball facility for a non-profit organization that had human services contacts. But until Monday, the Human Services lawsuit had not sought to recoup money for the facility. Mm. Favre is a University of Southern Mississippi alumni, and his daughter started playing volleyball at the Hattiesburg School in 2017. The volleyball facility, also called a wellness center, was completed in late 2019. In a court filing Monday, the Department of Human Services acknowledged Favre has already repaid $1.1 million he received for the Mississippi Community Education Center. The nonprofit organization has contacts with the department to spend money through the Temporary Assistance for Needy Families anti-poverty program. The organization paid Favre for public speaking to help raise money for the volleyball facility, but the state auditor said Favre failed to make the speeches. The Department of Human Services court filing Monday said Favre possibly recorded a single 20-second radio advertisement for that $1.1 million. In 2020, Favre received a demand from the office state auditor requiring the $1.1 million to be repaid with interest. The new Human Services court filing said, recognizing that he had no right to payment for services never performed with funds designed for needy families. Favre repaid the $1.1 million to the state. Auditor Shad White said last week that Favre still owes more than $200,000 in interest on the $1.1 million. The Human Resources Court filing Monday said Favre had not repaid $5 million in TANF money that he orchestrated for the Mississippi Community Education Center to pay to the University of Southern Mississippi Athletic Foundation to satisfy his guarantee to fund construction of the university volleyball facility. The leaders of the Mississippi Community Education Center are Nancy New and her son Zachary New. They both been on the board of directors for the University of Southern Mississippi Athletic Foundation, as has Favre. John Davis, who was the Department of Human Resources Director in 2016 to 2019, agreed to enter into a sham lease with Nancy New and Zachary New to use welfare money to pay for construction of the volleyball facility, the new court filing says. Favre's attorney, Eric Henchman, said in a statement Monday that the department's new $5 million demand against Favre is groundless. Henchman said that the department left out key facts, including that the Mississippi Attorney's General Office signed off on the transfer of money from the Department of Human Services to the University of Southern Mississippi, all with the full knowledge and consent of then Governor Phil Bryant and other state officials, which is true. But that does not absolve him from his part either. Side note, that's a private citizen like non-lawyer Brett Favre could have any liability under these circumstances is baseless, Hitchman said. Davis pleaded guilty in September to federal and state charges tied to the welfare misspending, in which the state auditor has called Mississippi's largest public corruption case in decades. Nancy New and Zachary New pled guilty in April to state charges of spending welfare money. All three await sentencing and have agreed to testify against others. In a November 28th court filing, Favre's attorney asked a judge to dismiss Favre from the Human Services lawsuit to seek to recover millions of dollars in misspent welfare money. The judge has not acted on that request. Favre grew up in Mississippi and played football at the University of Southern Mississippi before a long career with the Green Bay Packers that included a win to the Super Bowl. He was traded to the New York Jets in 2008 and played there 1 year before playing his final 2 seasons with the Minnesota Vikings. And that is the end of the article. I don't even know why they had to put that at the end of it. Like, everybody knows Brett Favre's record. That still doesn't absolve him. Now he's a private citizen. You know what I'm saying? But they still treat him with celebrity star status. Disclaimer, anything that I say in this video, any of my videos, please take with a grain of salt. I don't have any insider knowledge, and I'm not basing anything off of fact. This is just an opinion, okay? But yeah, he's a private citizen, but nevertheless, he still gets the superstar treatment. Obviously, he was getting the superstar treatment. He was on the board with those people, of course. He's Brett Favre. He's done things in NFL, blah, blah, blah. His record, blah, blah, blah. Who cares about that? The point is, at some point, some fault was laid. Okay? How is it that a volleyball facility gets built at your old school, your school's alma mater, where your daughter just happens to play volleyball? But this is always the thing. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. However, I don't think that him or the former governor, Phil Bryant, should get off unscathed. I really don't. I don't. If his reputation takes a couple of hits because of that, then so be it. You chose to do business with these people. Given the fact that y'all all was on the same board, that doesn't mean that y'all have to be friends or do business together or whatever the case is. You don't have to do that. More importantly, he could have came out his own pocket and gave the money that was spent to actually build the facility is like a drop in the bucket for him. He could have easily went into his own money and built that if he wanted to. Why fundraise? For what? You have the money to do it. Isn't that giving back to the community? Isn't that a part of what the foundation is built on, is to help serve the community and people in need, or whatever the case was, whatever the guys was that Nancy New and her son Zachary put in there, whatever the case. You could have just simply went into your own bank account and paid that money and not even broke a sweat. So, I mean, the story is developing as always. Not too many people was talking about this. I don't know why. Maybe because they're a fan of Brett Favre. At the end of the day, he's still a person. Okay? People do things. People are judged for their actions. If it was any normal person, that it really is a private citizen and not a celebrity football Hall of Famer, um, you think they would have been walking around on eggshells to put any of us in jail? No, I don't think so. It will be go to jail, do not pass go, do not collect $200. Okay? You can't just simply pay your way out of a situation, or give back money that you allegedly was given for speaking engagements, etc., etc., allegedly. So, yeah, he should get the same treatment and punishment and mark and shame as normal people, non-celebrity people, non-Hall of Fame, non-football playing people, pretty much. I don't think his name should carry over to, oh yeah, oh well, it's Brett Favre, yeah, he done amazing things. No one can ever take that from him. He's done amazing things for the NFL. What amazing things has he done for the community? The same community that he went to school for, the same community allegedly he was associated, allegedly, with other people, allegedly, that defrauded a program that was set up to help the poorest. And you can go look at this statistics yourself. The poorest people in America. Some of the poorest people in America. You know, no shade. No shade whatsoever. But those people really need help. And for you to divert money from them needing help for a volleyball facility, and then you sit around at your functions, allegedly, or your gatherings, allegedly, or wherever the rich and famous and powerful, notable people sit, allegedly, and make fun of these same people that need that money. How does this work? If it was any of us, we'd be in jail right now. I don't think that people should be up in arms about this, because for the simple fact, he should be bound to the same laws and rules that everyone else does. If he's a quote-unquote alleged, he is a private citizen. He is. No allegedly in it. He is a private citizen. He should be bound by the same rules and laws, minus his career, minus his Hall of Fame, minus his money, minus everything else, as everybody else. Fairness. But that's just my opinion. Please, again, take everything that I say that is alleged. If you feel some type of way because I'm talking about Brett Favre, then you can go serve his time allegedly for him. Okay, you can pay back that $5 million that he took from out of them people that really needed that money. Those families, those children, those women, those men that struggle every day with food insecurity, with housing insecurity, with health care, and everything else. You can go pay them people. Donate. If you're going to be mad, be mad. But don't sit there and be mad and come down in my comment section because you mad because I'm talking about Brett Favre. Do you want to show me that you mad? Do it by action. Help pay that money back. Because them people really need it. Brett Favre don't need it. Brett Favre didn't need none of that money. His name opened doors. He don't even have to go in his pocket to pull out any of his banking financial information or card. He could just walk into any place, probably, allegedly, any place. They see his name. They see his face. They hear his name. And you drive. Example, you driving off a lot. Example, you got like, come on. You feel some type of way? Help those people out that was robbed of the money that was advocated for them in the first place, to help them in their time of need. It is December. It is the season to give. So yeah, sorry for my little rant. But yeah, you guys, thank you so much. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Please don't forget to drop down in the comment section and let me know how you feel. Let's chop it up. Let's get the conversation going. And yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you watching this video. And with that, I will get with you in the next one.